use PostgreSQL streaming replication in a Docker container. So there are some places where you will have to look. So I have been stuck here for about 2 or 3 days. So without wasting any more time, let's start. So let's first run. So what I'm going to do now is first I'll create a container, Postgres container that is run Postgres as a Docker container with volume mounted on my system. And then I'll take backup of that container with PG-based backup. And then I'll spin up another Docker container, Postgres container. And from that backup, the next container will be spin up. And then we'll make the changes in the files for first container and the second container, and that should enable the streaming replication between the two, so primary and replica. So first I'm going to create the primary container. So sudo docker run name primary, and we want port to be exposed as 5432 to 5432, and environment variable would be Postgres password, that would be root, and another thing is volume mount, that would be my home docs primary to var lib host plus ql on data, where it should work, and in test mode and Postgres. Okay, so for password, there it is, sudo docker ps, and there we go. So let's connect to it. Sudo docker execute interactively to primary, shell is hash. Okay, and we are in. So first we are at the root level. Let's make a directory here, backup, and using PG-based backup utility. Uh, the directory would be this executed backup, and it will be in replication. It will be for the this backup will be used for replica. That's why we are passing the flag R, and for those, and user is Postgres. Okay, we should create a backup. Okay, now let's copy this to the volume that we just mounted, so it is available on our base machine. So copying recursively what this backup to var lib Postgres and data. We should do, and since we are in the shell already, let's check here. So these are the databases available as of now. Okay, let's go to our volume mounts. So this is for primary, and this is for replica. There is nothing in replica as of now. So let's copy the backup to the replica that we just created. So copy recursively the backup folder from backup folder to replica. We should do this again ls. So copy the whole folder. Do this, and that should work. Okay, now let's make the changes to the files, configuration files. First, making the change in the primary. So let's so wall level is replica. That should be fine. We are streaming application uses wall files, so we need to make that wall level replica. Wall log hints, let's enable those. Okay, this is done. Okay, this is fine. Okay, all these default settings are fine, and we need archive mode to be on to store the wall files. So let's do that. This is done. What is the archive command? So let's write it here. Test var with Postgres. There will we store the archive logs, wall files. So wall let PostgreSQL data, and let's name it as archiver. Okay, I think it should do. And if it exists, then copy. And okay, again the same with PostgreSQL and data archiver. Okay. Okay. So this is fine. Restore command is we don't need it here. This is primary. Okay, and so replication wall centers are 10. This number is enough. Wall keep size we need to increase it from 0 to, let's increase it to 512 MB. So even if the replica fails, the wall files are not recycled quickly. That's why we are increasing the wall keep size to 512 MB. Okay, going down. So this is all fine. Okay, so let's save and quit. Okay, so we also need to edit the hba.conf. This file is used to this file is used for authentication between replica and primary. So that will be from a host and to the replication. Let's name it as a replication user and IP. So here the IP of that second replica Postgres container will be. So let's fill it later and trust. So currently we are not using any password based authentication. So it will we don't need to pass the password from replica. So that's why we just got trust here. Let's save and quit and let's edit the replica files now. So going back to PostgreSQL.conf. So one thing is important here is you see this is standby signal. This will only be present in the replica directory. Not this will not be present for the primary server, database server. So this file represents that this is a replica, and only if this file is present, only then it will act like a replica. Okay, now what we need to do is we don't need to allow archive listen addresses. It is listening to the all addresses. This is fine. Okay, so let's enable edit the primary con info. Okay, that is the primary server connection string. So host would be our primary's IP address would be here. Port is 5432 and user is what we just defined as replication user. Okay, let's see. All archive. Okay, should do. Okay, so we need to check what is the uh, IP of the first container. So the sudo docker network is that, or we can just do it like this sudo docker inspect and our used primary. Okay, so our IP is this one. Okay, let's go back to our replica and write it here is something .0.2 and save and quit. Okay, this is fine. And there is one important thing here is, so we need to edit one more file. This PostgreSQL.auto.com. If you are setting it up on a different server, so you, like say on two different EC2 machine, then you would not be need to edit this file. And it is clearly mentioned in this file, you do not edit this. This should not get edited manually. It is mentioned. But since we are running and we made this from a container and we are running it from a container, so we need to make these changes manually. What we just defined was replication user. So there is no password needed, channel binding we do not need, and it should be out. And one more thing is needed is post. So that is 72.17.0.2, the IP of the primary database server. Okay, save and quit. Now we define the replication user. Let's create that replication user in our primary database. So this is the primary database shell, the Docker shell, and let's create the user here. Sudo docker user replication user with replication access. Okay, it is created. Let's see. Okay, we have our replication user there, and so now we are ready to start our um, replica database Docker container. So first, let's start the logs of look at the logs of this primary database server, and it was primary. Okay, okay. So here are those, and one more thing I forgot is like directory archiver. Okay, that's fine. What we need to do now is run replica database. So we will this is the same command that we used to run primary cluster. So let's rename it to replica. Port would be 5433, and that is fine. Instead of primary, we are mounting the replica directory. Okay, this should work. See, okay, let's check at the logs. Logs. Replica password. Okay, so it says no replication is a yes because we still have to add the uh, IP of the replica into this HKCon. We did not know at that time. So it is 172.7. Let's check it what it is. So sudo docker inspect replica and it is 03. Okay, cool. Let's go back to this. It is and then it is 03. This should work. And let's restart our primary. Okay, let's look at the logs. And I think we are streaming. Now we are streaming here. Streaming has started. So let's test it. So log back into the shell of primary. Okay, clear it. PSQL. User is Postgres. And here we are. So these are the default databases. Let's log into the shell of replica also. Okay. And SQL. So correct. So this is fine. Let's look at the logs. There is no error as of now. So let's create a database and let's name it test DB. Okay, it's created. Let's check it replica and there we have our test DB. So it is working. So let's create a table and insert a record here. Let's connect to our test DB. Okay, create a table users with ID user and name would be var. Yeah, okay. This should be fine. Insert into users. Value is one and name is Dawson. Oh, I can write your name. What happened? Oh, yes. Something was wrong. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Okay. Mistake. Select all from users, and here we are. So that's inside. Now let's look at the replica. If we have this record here also. So first of all, let's list down the tables, and we have a user table. That's good. Select all from users, and here it is. And if we try to insert into users onto the replica, so let's try it. It should throw an error. So second. Uh-oh. Again, I think I'm bad at SQL. So yes, I am bad at SQL. Okay. So it says cannot execute insert in a read-only transaction. Let's go back to our and insert another record. Second user and select all. Okay. Delete from users where ID is one. Uh-oh. Okay, so now we have 0 rows and go back here and check. So application is working. So this is the process. If you want to set up replication or if you want to test streaming replication uh, between containers while Postgres is running as a container. Okay. Thank you.